If you've been a long-time Halo fan, you know that the Gravity Hammer was never a two-shot weapon. From Halo 3, when it was first introduced, to the previous title, Halo 5, the Gravity Hammer has always been a one-shot weapon. But we have to be careful when we say one-shot, because in some situations, the Gravity Hammer is a one-shot weapon. This is only at super close ranges. Assuming that you timed your swing well enough, you're looking at a wind-up period of about 3 seconds. This puts you at a great disadvantage when going against a quicker melee weapon like the Energy Sword and even a Mangler. But why is it that 343 decided to change a weapon that's been the same for so long? Well, despite the Gravity Hammer being as fun to use as it was, there really wasn't a competitive element to the weapon. It was simple. One single shot could take out any enemy at a specific range, and in some cases, multiple enemies. But now, in Halo Infinite, range really comes into play. This adds a dynamic to the Gravity Hammer that Halo really hasn't had before. And before you say, but what about Griffball? I'm getting to that. This is mainly noticeable with melee-only encounters. When two opponents with melee weapons attack each other, they clash, leaving an opening for another swing. In most cases, the Energy Sword is the champ at the follow-up swings due to its quicker recovery time, which makes me want to look at the Gravity Hammer and the sword side by side. What advantages and disadvantages do they have from each other? Well, first, the sword has a quicker swing time, further range, and better mobility. The Gravity Hammer, on the other hand, has the ability to actually damage vehicles better, even though it used to one-shot vehicles, but whatever. I believe this could be a little more balanced. If we can have a bit more range on the hammer, the Gravity Hammer in the state that it's in, it's not terrible by any means, but there's definitely some room for improvement. Believe it or not, there's multiple versions of the Gravity Hammer. For the sake of the video, we're only going to compare the normal Gravity Hammer and the Rushdown Gravity Hammer. For the players that don't know, the Rushdown Hammer is a Gravity Hammer that is unlocked from killing a high value target in the campaign. You'll notice that the Rushdown Hammer has increased damage, increased move speed, and it gives the user the ability to jump a bit higher. With this hammer being able to one-shot enemies at any reasonable range, it makes this hammer more reminiscent of the Gravity Hammers from past games. As of now, there's not really a way to get the Rushdown Gravity Hammer. I can definitely see this item being available in custom or forge made games, and it could possibly be even added in future Fiesta modes. Going back to Griffball, which is actually mentioned in the campaign. With the Rushdown Hammer being so similar to the Gravity Hammers of the past, using them in Griffball would be a pretty good experience in my opinion, give or take a few changes.